And now on the line is Aoife Nic Sheáin from the Mica Action Group. Aoife, welcome to the programme.
Hello, Darren.
Could you start off, Aoife, by telling me a bit about your story, please, with Mica, amongst all the other stories in this saga?
Darren, I guess for us it all started in 2015 when we started seeing cracks appearing in our gable wall, and at the time we were told it was a problem with the plaster, and we got the plaster filled in and we repainted and we thought no more about it until the cracks started to appear again. And at that point, that was maybe a year or two ago, we began to associate it with that awful word we'd heard around about Mica. And we thought we're going to have to bite the bullet here and get tested and go down the route that so many others have gone down. And sure enough, when we started the process, we discovered, yes, it was Mica.
And you live in Inishowen, I believe, don't you?
That's right, yeah.
And are there, I know Donegal is a big county, but are there many other people in your part of Donegal, Inishowen, who are in the same boat as yourselves, like?
Thousands, and that's not an exaggeration by any stretch of the imagination. There is a Mica map online, and it can be seen clearly. There are thousands of people, even where I am myself. And if you think of Donegal, everywhere in Donegal nearly is rural, but within my eye line there are 3 houses with Mica.
Okay, God. Okay, I'm not going to keep you all day because you're probably tired from yesterday. I don't know if you were at the demonstration yesterday. Were you at the demonstration yesterday, and were you happy with the turnout?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say that I think it was a huge endeavour yesterday, and great praise for the people of Donegal, Inishowen, Mayo, and everybody who turned out to support them on the streets of Dublin yesterday. The trip itself, 8-hour round trip, longer for some, the further north and the further west in Donegal you go. What a day. The things I'm hearing since everybody came back is reports of how well behaved everyone was, how well mannered it all was, how peaceful, how people tried to stick to COVID guidelines, that it was an absolute out and out success and a credit to every single person who was there. Now, I know that there was a very positive atmosphere at it, and I think everybody was very hopeful, but then I guess now today as we wake up this morning and we see some of the things that were said on prime time last night, we might have more of a fight on our hands, and that's fine. We'll continue with that, and we won't stop until we get 100% redress for every single person affected by Mica.
How would you rate the government's reaction to your plight?
I'd rate it as typical, to be honest with you. There's a certain element of political game playing that happens no matter what is going on. There seems to be a lot of talk, and then meetings about maybe perhaps starting to fix things. When we all know what this problem is already and we all know how to go about fixing it, to me, you would start today, you would have people appointed and you would have boxes being ticked. But I suppose we have to give them the 6-week deadline that they've put. I think it's the end of July, to see what they do before the Dáil goes on their summer holidays. And we know that if nothing is done, if the problems are not addressed to a satisfactory level by that point, that there will be another protest.
Am I right in saying that if the government proposes a scheme that is less than 100% redress, that you in the campaign are not going to give up?
No, we're not going to give up until, the thing here is that it's rubbish to even be talking about it. We don't understand why there's even a question. You can't have one law for some and another law for others. You can't have people in Dublin being given 100% and people elsewhere not being given 100%. And this notion of, but we can't because it costs more is ridiculous. And they know that it's ridiculous. It is a problem that was caused by regulations not being monitored by the state. Therefore, it is the state's mistake and the state must pay for it. That's it. There is no other way around it, and no matter what kind of spin they try to put on it, it just comes back to that. This has to be paid for, and it has to be paid for by the state in full.
Aoife, ní gá diad na sunraí go léir inse domaniu, ach bhís leat cuid den scéalta pásanta dit inse dom maidir le Mica I do theachas agus I dihí na níní nó na gála le
Darren ta 5 bochdogin an Sean Dungloe le Mica rud a castle le Pirate. Agus béidir gur thula de chud éisteoirí faoi Pirate River seo bricí lochtacha nó rotten bricks atá stéis na fergna bhogin agus in ar chud tithe agus tá tihí daoine ag titim síos thart orthú. Tá sé ag Maitheamh chéin agus béoirín an t-agallamh agus a thógáil amach an seo.
An raibh tú sásta leis an líon daoine a tháinig amach ag léirsú sa phríomhchathair inné dé March?
Sílim go raibh sé do chreidte mai. Bhí na mílte híos ó Donegal éit all-mhór deanta ag muintir Inishowen, muintir Donegal, muintir Mayo, Carndonagh chláir, muintir Ballybofey, Chursúslan, le siúiltí straidna acu, agus a hacilan go mór, agus an taci ag do thug achan daine eile dúin co Mhaigh agus muidin sin bhí sé ar dóir ar fad ionta dearfach. Agus ceithí mé ra go raibh an slua go Mhaigh muintir maiceanta, Bhí an agó de hain ionta siacanta, agus tá gach daine ag tuairt ard walú do muintir Donegal aniu a socht iompar acu ar an agó de hain.
I thula mé thu ar bar scéalta ar Raidió na Gaeltachta maidin inniu agus cuid de tú ag cáint ar seach lá inné ar TG Carvey tú an ói. Cad ceapan tú faoi ragart an réaltas do chrúchas na níine bhfuil Mica na dihí acu Aoife?
Sílim gur tú sé agus tá mé sásta gur éisiid linn agus creidim munar heag siad cécó de réire is a bhí man dribh seo tegann siad go Mhaigh inis ach ag an am cearna bhhaithlam sonraí a bheith agam Tá sé mé go leor ra ggóil tú gáil tú sa chuir le rudaí go méid tú ag obair go gasta ar rudaí go neannaí tú gach ar féidir leat fáinne daoine ach níl sonraí ar bíchan sin Tá rudaí díothaíonn ar fapar, tá cinseacht díothair daoine agus tá brú ama an seo mar tá tithí ag titim síos thart ar Charlie.
Má néaran an réaltas go bhfuil siad cútamh níos lú nach céad faoin gcéid a thuairt na Guine a bhfuil Mica ina dihí acu. An main I gceart a rá go nach bhfuil sibh chun airí as an factus chun céad faoin gcéad á.
Tá ní stoppi muid go dtí bhfuil céad fan géad ag gach daine sin dearann scéal. Ní haag leat céad fan géad a thuairt doghine le Pirate acu a maiile tlí agus gan céad fan géad a thuairt doghine eile. Na 5 níos massa acu cé mé ra fásta in tní eile sa tír. Ní seo ag tarlún dún an alhain fásta cé daoine teagháil sin tá seo gáil a heachta níos in ahanat sa tír. Seo rilechan cólachtaí tógala agus becheart go mó an stát ag arcinné seo agus ní róisiad so cé an stát délas.